Well, as it stands, it looks like Arsenal is the only left destination for Joao Cancelo, and it looks like it's a very huge boost for Mikel Arteta and Arsenal. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. Again, we are back with the Arsenal News Show. And guys, thank you for always keeping it this channel, and thank you for subscribing. I read your comments and I really love, I'm a person who doesn't get carried away with negativity. I know that in the world, you cannot be loved by everyone. And I saw my sister, one of the ardent viewers of this channel. Let me check her name here. She's Mariam, not so? Yeah, she's Mariam Babiri, as she was really trying to throw into your defense for me. But don't mind those. Those will always come in through. And if at all every person in the world comes out and tells you that he or she loves you, then you are in a wrong society. In a right society, you should be loved and hated, So, I really understand where this comes in from, because people believe that we are getting or creating this news. But I come out, every story I really put out, I tell you the source. If at all you want to go ahead and also go ahead and obviously do your research, you can as well go to the websites of these media outlets, or these journalists on their Twitter handles, or on YouTube, where they really went ahead to do those videos there. So I'm really charged, and no one is really going to let me down to stop you from bringing the stories that are really making news all over this world. I really thank everyone who has been part of this journey. We've hit 14,000 subscribers, and I know that by the end of this month, you might even hit 20,000 subscribers. It's possible, guys. So let's continue to subscribe. How do we subscribe? Lower right bottom corner is the place to be. And now, Arsenal are looking for a right back, and the right back situation needs to be solved at Arsenal. And from Fresneda and now Timothy Castagne, who played as a right back for Leicester City, a recently relegated side from the Premier League. And lastly, we are going to talk about Bukayo Saka and Aaron Ramsdale, Arsenal players arriving at duty at the England national team. So let's see close to 200 likes, smash on this video, and let's roll, as we are supposed to go on and roll. So let's start it off with Fabrizio Romano. He's the one who first brought us a story of Joao Cancelo. He said, for sure, Cancelo is on Barcelona and Arsenal's list. For Barca, everything is slow because of the financial situation. The La Liga conversation of the financial fair play rule. Barca can't sign him this week. For example, if this is a slow deal, Barca will be there. And Fabrizio Romano tells us that Barca are really having problems of the financial fair play rule, and that's why they lost out on Lionel Messi, and he signed on for a different club, that is Inter Miami in America, because Barca cannot sign in any player not until they offload players and get in close to 210 million euros. And to raise that amount of money, they need to really get rid of some of their best players of the team, like Rafinha. On Rafinha, I think on Rafinha and which guy? Rafinha and Frank de Jong, they have to sell one, and they can get like 80 million euros out of those two if at all they sell one. On Ansu Fati, I think they can get in like 50 million euros, that is 130. Now there is Lenglet at Spurs, if they can get like 30, that goes to like 160, 70. There is Neto at Bournemouth. They can get like 10 or 20 million euros. So if at all they continue to sell players, they will really get in the money and obviously spend. But that's what Fabrizio Romano is really reliant on, that if the deal is slow, maybe Barcelona will rectify their financial constrictions, and then the La Liga will give them a green light to obviously sign players for the club of Barcelona. But they've gone ahead to agree deals with players like Ruben Neves, and obviously a deal is on, and obviously we might see him there if at all things don't go anywhere. But if at all they fail to rectify their financial constrictions in time, Ruben Neves might find himself go to a Premier League club, because he is wanted by very many Premier League clubs and had a very decent season in the Premier League. They had already gone ahead to agree a deal with Ruben Neves last summer, but obviously the financial constrictions are not allowing them to go all out and really get in a player like him at the club of Barcelona. So the same thing applies to Joao Cancelo. They cannot sign Joao Cancelo. Reason, they are not allowed. they have the money to pay out, but that money is not coming in from the club because the club is really deficient, in funds. So they need to first get in money and obviously get in this players. So that's the problem Barcelona are really having. Now, there is a very good reporter coming in from Spain, obviously known as El Maguel Sainz, has told us that Barcelona was interested in Joao Cancelo's situation as long as he arrived on loan, something that this City doesn't contemplate for now, and it seems that the player does not either. So, Cancelo, having been on loan at Bayern Munich for 6 months, he doesn't want to be on loan again. He doesn't want Man City to loan him again. He wants to be bought permanently, and Barcelona can only facilitate a loan right now, and they cannot buy a player like Cancelo right now. So Cancelo doesn't want it either. Man City doesn't want it either. After Pep Guardiola came out and told his bosses that all I want is Joao Cancelo to leave this club. I don't want him to be at the club of Man City because he will cause a lot of unrest in the dressing room, and that's the decision that was taken by Pep Guardiola. And after him lifting the Champions League, the bosses are all ears onto what he's telling them, and he doesn't want to see his team sabotaged. So he wants Cancelo out of the way, no more loan, all they want is money. And for that situation, Miguel Sanz has confirmed to us the following, that Arsenal looks like is the only destination left for the player that is Joao Cancelo. And he has concluded and said for Arsenal would have been there is no agreement between the two clubs because Arsenal doesn't want to pay more than 30 million euros. Barcelona have cooled down in signing Cancelo, and Arsenal could be his only destination. Now, you know what's ridiculous about Man City? The player they don't want, they are calling in for 60 million pounds. And Arsenal is telling them, we can only offer you between 30 to 35 million pounds. So, Man City hoped that very many teams are really going to come out and really vie for Cancelo, hence causing a bidding war between those clubs or amongst those clubs. But nothing is going to hate to happen. Maybe they anticipated that Barcelona can come in with money, Arsenal can come in with money, and maybe Bayern Munich. The first club to pull out of this has been Bayern Munich, and Bayern told them, we have no money to spend, and we are really having we're having two right backs, that is Pavard and Mazraoui. The reason that's why I brought in Cancelo on the loan was because Mazraoui has been injured until the rest of the season, and this season he's going to be fit with Pavard present. So the situation leaves Arsenal as the only team to sign Joao Cancelo. And with Man City being a team that doesn't want to see Cancelo come anywhere close to the team, neither in the preseason or after, they want to sell him and they need to take the money, and they don't want to loan him to see to it that they really continue his spell. The player also doesn't want to get loaned. He wants this deal to be over the line very, very soon. So Arsenal has been granted an opportunity to be the only destination for Joao Cancelo, as the rest of the teams are really pulling out. Unless otherwise, Barcelona does a miracle, or Bayern makes a huge turnaround on signing Joao Cancelo. But as it stands, it's only him. It's only Arsenal left out to really come out and really make decisions onto whether they want Joao Cancelo or not. But Fabrizio Romano confirmed to us that Mikel Arteta is hugely interested in Joao Cancelo. And in this summer, we've seen Arsenal going in for only experienced players. Orikun Kokchu was one of those players that Arsenal were looking at. Good midfielder. He can act more than Granit Xhaka, but they said he doesn't have enough experience. What we need is experience in the Champions League. And obviously, we are going in for experienced players. That's why you saw it that they are in for Ilkay Gundogan into that position to act as a replacement for Granit Xhaka. When you look at the likes of Cancelo, experienced everywhere. He has played in a Champions League finale before in 2021. He has won the leagues, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and has just lifted a trophy in the Bundesliga. That is Joao Cancelo, and Mikel Arteta is pointing on none other than players that have gone ahead to play into the Champions League and are having vast experience as far as this game of football is concerned. Now, after that, we are having a story coming in from Sacha Travoli, second-tier journalist, coming in through with a very huge story concerning another right-back that Arsenal is interested in. Remember, we have Cancelo, Franzneda, Saja Boy, and guess who is here? It's Castagne, who played as a right-back at Leicester City. Now they've told us that Arsenal now going for Timothy Castagne, understand? You know, and they've told us that considered as a number 2 target behind Franzneda for the right back position, Arsenal started the talks with Leicester City in order to find a deal for the Diabo's roles. I understand things could develop quickly. So things could develop quickly as far as Castagne is concerned, and is being linked onto the Arsenal side currently. And I understand Arsenal are going to do everything in their favor to see to it that they really get in a right back, because one of the reasons as to why they saw their season implode was because of the injury of Tomiyasu. Even if Saliba was injured and Ben White was still there, Ben White would have shifted to the right side of the central defense, and then Tomiyasu plays as a right back for Arsenal. But they are left with no right back, and obviously they had to get in Rob Holding and try to fix things. That's why Arsenal is looking in for a right-sided centre back and a right back. So, but I can tell you on any day that the first target for Arsenal in the right back position is Joao Cancelo. Why? Joao Cancelo can play as a right back and play as a left back, and he has huge experience. When you look at Castagne, he's 27 years of age, and obviously they're in the same age bracket with Cancelo. And when you weigh the two and what they've done in the game of football and their talents, Joao Cancelo is a better right back than Castagne. But I cannot rule out Arsenal signing Castagne because he has gone ahead to play 37 games this season, scored 2 goals and put up 3 assists. So they might have interest into that player, but that's all pinning onto Joao Cancelo's deal. That is it. I've had Franzneda into the deal. Looks like Arsenal are not so much into the deal, and it's Bayern Leverkusen. It's Borussia Dortmund that is so much into the deal of Franzneda. So let's wait and see how that's going to happen. But Castagne has been linked to Arsenal this Sunday evening. So wait and see how things are going to pan out as far as those transfers are concerned. Who is going to be the right back that Arsenal is going to go in for? Saja Boy, Castagne, Franzneda, or Joao Cancelo? So all that in the mix, and waiting to see to it that we get the final answer from Arsenal. And that shows you that Arsenal are really looking in for a right back. What is going to happen to the right back that they loaned at Fulham, Cedric Soares? The heavens know. Now, Bukayo Saka has gone ahead to arrive at the England national team because they are preparing for the 2 games they're going to play into the Euro qualifiers. And that is him, man who always smiles. He has been in Nigeria, met the president, some senators, and he comes, and governors. He comes back in London to see to it that he plays a very huge role into the qualification of England. That is Saka Bukayo, again arriving there for you, and he was looking there, and then he came across the manager of England, that is Gareth Southgate, and they shook hands and they had a conversation together. That is Bukayo Saka, the star boy of Arsenal, in there for you, who came second after Odegaard when Arsenal fans decided who their player of the season was at the club of Arsenal. Now, he's not only the one who reached there. Even Aaron Ramsdale, the goalkeeper of Arsenal, has gone ahead to find himself in a situation of obviously going that side to do the required pieces of work in there for you to be part of that. So as it stands, it's obviously good down there in England. They are preparing for their 2 games they're going to play, and then they go for the pre-season, and that is Aaron Ramsdale and Bukayo Saka. So guys, your thoughts onto Arsenal, the only destination left for Joao Cancelo, are welcome in the comment section below. Do you see it as something that can go in favor of Arsenal or not? And tell me what you make about Castagne. Do you think Mikel Arteta should go in to sign Castagne, as the right back at Arsenal? And lastly, Bukayo Saka and Aaron Ramsdale. What do you make about them? And do you think Aaron Ramsdale should be the first choice goalkeeper of England? All that and more into the comment section below. Rokani David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. My Muslim friends, may Allah see you through everything and protect you tonight. Not so, but don't forget to subscribe, continue subscribing, and show love by hitting the notification bell and smash the like button close to 200 times. I'm out. It has been the Arsenal News Show. Rokani David has been your